being here as a director of this 25th installment feels like a tremendous honor. There's a weight, there's a sort of responsibility to carry the torch of not only this character but the franchise and what it means to its fans and to the people who love James Bond. And right now it's game day, right? So just nose down and let's do it. I don't think I've ever, actually it's quite clear I've never done anything with this many tools. So I think tools and toys, from the toy box. So I think I'm really looking forward to playing with all my stunt and special effects people on some of these larger sequences, and then also just there's the other side, which is the more personal character stuff with Daniel and the people around him. I'm looking forward to all of it, really. I not to say that Charlotte Bronte is on the same level as James Bond, but I have tackled British icons before, and really enjoyed the experience and steeped myself, I think, in British culture. Although I still feel very American. But I like tradition. I like carrying on, with tradition and with things that people believe in and trust in. So I think the question about relevance for the 21st century, James Bond, comes down to the complexity of the character enduring time, and then the people around it who are carrying the torch, whether it be Daniel and the other actors or the filmmakers, being sort of antennas for the time they live in. And then you can't help but resonate what's happening around you, but that shouldn't be your focus. Your focus is still telling Bond's story. Yeah, so action, obviously, and spectacle is a big expectation, I think, from audiences coming to see a Bond film. And I always think the best action is one that has everything to do with the stakes of the character, right? Rather than just acrobatics and fireworks for the sake of it. And so I think in this one, because there is so much built up in the last 4 films in terms of the character and what's happening, there's a lot to play with that, with what Bond's going through, as well as the danger he's in throughout. And I think they'll be very exciting.
I mean, being in Jamaica is just exciting on so many levels, because I haven't been here, for one, but also this is where Fleming wrote them, so they were created here, and there's always been a connection, a sort of, like a whatever, a family connection somehow. He's sort of like he's always ended up here for some reason or another. A number of the movies have been shot here, so we're just incredibly fortunate to get the chance to be here, and we're getting looked after so beautifully. And I mean, look at the sun shining. There's a beach over there. I'm just so happy. I can't tell you. It's like, playing Bond has been part of my life for well over a decade now, and this was just one more chance to do something with it that we haven't done before, to sort of sign off in the best way possible, and I'm just grateful for the chance to do it.
The character's a woman, that's all I can say. She's a black woman in the world. I've had a mixture of, seeing the movies, knowing about the movies, but still having to really do my research, which is fantastic because you get to dive into something before you get to create. So it's not like you're stepping into someone else's shoes. You are creating something in an environment that is safe and strong and has a winning formula, and I'm able to put my own stamp on something so classic, which is fantastic. Just to come to Jamaica for work is bizarre to me. I was speaking to my mom about coming, and she was like, it's just so crazy that you're not going there on holiday. You're not going there to just chill with family. So to be here knowing that we're representing my culture in a franchise that has been running for so long it blows my mind, but I feel very, very proud that we're able to employ such beautiful people in Jamaica. We're able to include them in this British movie, and able to mesh the two cultures, much like I grew up doing. I'm British and Jamaican at the same time, so I get to show that on screen.
Well, yes, the role I play in this Bond film is Paloma. Not really, I can't. I mean, as little as I try to tell you, it's going to give away really the whole thing. So yes, I have been a fan of Bond films for a few years, and I think I have a very special memories from Skyfall. It was actually the first Bond film that I saw on the big screen when they premiered in Madrid. Were you there?
No, I didn't go to Madrid.
Oh, you didn't go to Madrid. Okay. So yeah, I don't know. I felt, first of all, I thought that Javier Bardem was the best villain ever, and I'm obsessed with his performance. And then and I thought it was a very personal, emotional story going on. M's dead and all that. So that's quite one of my favorite. Yeah. I'm looking forward working with Daniel again because this is my second film with him. We just finished shooting together like 3 months ago, so it's nice to be back together. The locations we're going to be filming, I'm not sure. I mean, definitely here, Jamaica, London. What else? I don't know.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's what I
All
know.
good.
You mean in the new film?
Yes.
Okay, so what's happening in the film? I'm gonna tell you. No, I can't. Sorry. I was like, what? Yeah. Okay. So, no. So, you'll see. Working with Daniel was such a great experience. First, but because I love him. I love him as a human being. He's extremely charming and funny, and I mean, I love him. And what else?
That's enough adjectives. That's all right.
No, I love Daniel. I love him, and I'm so happy to be back. I'm looking forward to explore Madeleine, and to explore her and to like create something new with Daniel and with Carrie too, because I'm very happy to be working with Carrie. So yeah, it's very exciting.
Ooh, what we can expect from Moneypenny in this film is that, you know, quite a lot of time has passed since Spectre. It's going to be, by the time the film is released in April 2020, it'll be 5 years, so it's half a decade. So Moneypenny has grown up somewhat. And I think she still has her soft spot for Bond, though. That's never going to go. But she's an independent woman with her own life. It is so special to have Bond being filmed in Jamaica because my heritage is part Jamaican and also Trinidadian as well. So it's really, really special to be here. And it's also special because, you know, this is where Ian Fleming wrote Bond, and you feel it when you're here. You know, you feel the magic of that. It's like it was born here, and I feel as though the making of Bond 25 is like a rebirth. There'll be a completely new energy in this film. I am most looking forward to Bond 25 because of reuniting with everybody, this amazing cast, and also all those people behind the scenes that you never ever get to see, who are so special. They're like a family, and we get to all come together again and make something incredibly special.
We are at Goldeneye in Jamaica, which is the home of Ian Fleming, where he wrote all the Bond novels, where he lived. And it's now owned and operated by Chris Blackwell, who actually worked on the very first Bond film, Dr. No. And so it's a wonderful place to kick off the 25th film in the series. It's not far from where Ursula Andress stepped out of the sea. I was here when I was a baby. I was a year old in 1961 when my father came here to make the film, so it's great to be back.
What can we expect from
Bond 25.
Bond 25? Well, the usual thrills and spills, but most of it we'd like to keep under wraps. We like to make it a surprise for the public, so we don't like to give too many spoilers. But we do know that Bond's down here in his spiritual home, in his house, sailing his yacht, kicking back and relaxing. But I have to tell you, that doesn't last very long.
He's magnificent. Kerry is a wonderful director. He's a great collaborator. He's also a writer. So he came on board and started working on the script with Neil and Rob. And then we brought on Scott Burns and Phoebe Waller-Bridge and amassed this amazing cast. So yeah, we're thrilled to have him at the helm, and great to be kicking off here in Jamaica.
Well, Cary Fukunaga is a wonderful director. He has a good eye. He knows how to tell a story and narrate a proper story. But he's also a very cosmopolitan fellow. He's lived in many countries. He speaks 4 languages fluently. And for a film that has an international appeal like ours, he has the right sensitivity for an international audience.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think the Me Too movement came at the right time. I mean, long overdue, and it's had a huge impact on the world, and I'm thrilled that it has done, and I think everything we do has to reflect that. And so I think the film will absolutely incorporate that. Diversity and inclusion is something that I feel very strongly about. It's very important that we make films that reflect the world we live in. And so I'm very excited about this film and the opportunities that we're presenting in this film.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey